Hey beautiful people, my name's Taylor, also known as Priceless Tay.
And I'm your co-host, Tedia Rosarion.
We want to welcome you back to What the
Finance! What's up, hustlers? Welcome back to another episode of WTF, the podcast to learn about finance all around the world by Priceless Tay and myself, Tedia Rosarion. Today, WTF is money truly happiness? So let's go ahead and just introduce myself first so that way you know who I am. Welcome, first of all. I'm Tedia. I'm 24. I'm Canadian. I'm about to be 25 so soon. And guys, I don't want to, but it's life. I am a financial activist online, so I love to educate about money on Instagram and on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram for daily tips to learn how to manage and invest and create more money for yourself at Tedia Rosarion, Tedia. Okay, I don't want to spell my last name. You must find it somewhere on this podcast. And you can find me on TikTok at Tedia Finance. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and move forward. Google says that happiness is the state of being happy. And guys, this is such a shitty definition because it makes no sense. It's like saying, what is the meaning of success? And I reply, it's when you reach success. If you don't know what's success, I don't think you learn anything from that definition. So let's go ahead and read some articles and see how they define happiness with more juice, maybe. So a lot of blogs and articles will define happiness in so many different ways, right? Because I feel like it's so arbitrary. I don't think there's one right answer. And this is important to keep in mind throughout this episode. This is only, my opinion, which I hope you care or not. But if you want to tell us what you think happiness is, you can use the hashtag on Instagram, WhatTheFinance, so we can see your answers. So, these blogs would say that happiness is when life is good, is when you can't help it but smile. It's a sense of well-being, joy, contentment, success, safety, luck, pleasure, positivity, satisfaction, excitement, and so many other words. And when I look at that, I feel that it feels like happiness is when you wake up in the morning, you feel like your best self, you're excited to go out with your day and see how it'll unfold. And then it's when you take that first magical sip of coffee. But guys, it's actually not how I really see happiness. So what is my definition of happiness? And again, guys, this is my definition of happiness. And I would like for you to take a moment after this podcast or while I define my definition to find your very own definition. Because it's so important that you know what is happiness for you so you can go and get it. Go get it, baby. So happiness for me starts with freedom. The freedom of working when I want to, where I want to, and with who I want to, and when I want to. So that is freedom for me. It's just so important for me to feel free in life. How am I gonna go get freedom to feel happiness? I know that I'm gonna have to work for myself. In my definition of freedom, it doesn't work for me to work for somebody else. And so I know exactly what to do to get that check mark done. Next, happiness for me is being surrounded with love and support. Just like so much warmness, love could be family, it could be friends, it could be kids, and yeah, it could be you also giving and receiving love. It could be all sorts of love. It could be pet love. Your cat, meow, loves you, I'm pretty sure. Another source of happiness for me is taking care of myself. And this could be anything. It could be me deciding to paint my nails, or it could be me watching Netflix, or me going and taking a walk to clear my mind, or writing, or dancing, or taking a warm shower, or a bath, or taking a glass of wine, spending time with my friends. Whatever is something I do to take care of myself, for myself, to avoid feeling all of these emotions that are far away from happiness, like anxiety, stress, depression, whatever, it's important that I take care of myself. Finally, another source of happiness for me is achievements. So it comes closely with freedom, but not that quite. Achievement is setting myself a goal and obviously achieving that goal. And this requires me to get out my comfort zone always. Like, for example, when I had a goal to start on social media and post my very first YouTube video, guys, we all feel the same. We are scared to post our first YouTube video. What are the others going to think? Do I look stupid? It's not perfectly done, or this and that and this and that. We always find reason to not do it. And actually, it's actually hard to do it. If you research about it, you will see that a lot of people would love to start on YouTube, for example, but don't have the balls to do it. It's actually harder than it seems, just to say. But I've done it. And so that made me extremely happy and satisfied. And so this is how I had the feeling achievement, and it got me happiness. This is just an example of how achieving things can make me happy. So overall, my whole definition of happiness, it's just the feeling of being full in my heart, satisfied with myself and what I do and who I am. So I know what it's like to feel empty. So that's why I said being full. Like, you guys, if you know me just a little bit, you know that I quit my job, my 9 to 5, a year ago, just because I felt like something was missing, and I figured out it was just me pursuing my dream of entrepreneurship to get freedom. And this is why I was always feeling empty before when I was working. So I had to quit my job to fulfill my heart. I just followed my heart, and now I feel 10 times better, 100 times better since it happened, you guys. But that's another subject. We can make another podcast on how to quit your job, or how did I quit my job and everything. So let's take a little break. Please come join me on Instagram at Tedia Rosarion if you want to receive some daily tips about finance and mindset and investing. So moving forward, I'll tell you why I think money is happiness and why I think money is not happiness. And you're going to tell me in the end which one do you think is accurate. And yeah, let's go ahead. So just before we start, just know that some researches has been proven that wealthy people are often more happy than the rest of us. And just understand that this is generalized. Some wealthy people are unhappy. Yes, it exists. And a lot of normal people are extremely happy. It exists. But that's a statistics out there. So, money is not happiness for a group of people who really love to live simply. And that's super normal. If you like to eat food out of your garden and don't have a car and only live with a bicycle and walking, obviously, I'm pretty sure it'll be rare that you think money is happiness because you enjoy living life super simple. So obviously, money will not be part of your happiness equation. Also, money is not happiness for people who are attached to material things a bit too much. So if they associate happiness to a car, for example, and then a car's not going to do anything for you to make you happy, because then you're going to have all other life problems that's going to come in the equation that's definitely going to take a toll on the car. Or if the car breaks down, whatever, it gets you so frustrated and it takes out all your happiness. So this is where and when I think money cannot be happiness. Obviously, it could be so many other situations where money cannot be happiness. But then I think happiness is a lifestyle and a mentality. And I think we should all have a definition of our own happiness. And money can be part of that equation of happiness if you feel like money can bring you, for example, for me, freedom. And money comes when I achieve a lot of my goals too. So I'm not money hungry. I'm mostly success hungry. I set myself some goals and I want to achieve them. For example, I know that I want to retire early and freaking live my life instead of working. So that's one goal of mine. And how the hell do you think I'm gonna do that if it's not by getting more money? So obviously money is somehow part of my equation, not directly but indirectly. Maybe you can see it differently and it's totally fine. So the message I'm trying to pass on this episode is that we all have a different vision and definition. We're all different. And so what I want you to know is that I want you to go get your very own happiness, whatever it is. If it's pursuing your career, if it's being successful at school, if it's freaking, I don't know, I have no clue what could be your goals, but I really hope you can make yourself happy because I think it's so worth it. And so that's it, you guys. Thank you for listening to this episode till the end. If you did, remember to go follow me at Tedia Rosarion, and I'll see you guys next week, next Thursday. Bye, guys.
You've been listening to WTF, What the
Finance!
with the one and only.
Tedia Rosarion.
And last but not least, Taylor Price. Make sure to receive all of the updates on WTF by texting WTF to 424-226-5797. Message and rates may apply.